Did Jungkook reveal an important secret to Jimin? Then, how did Jimin's answer really surprise all the army? Discover these answers full of emotion and surprise here. Have you ever imagined what happens when two souls so close suddenly open up to each other the deepest secrets? Are Jungkook's words to Jimin just a casual chat? Or is there a hidden message that can shake the hearts of fans? Was Jimin's answer really what everyone expected? Or even vice versa, provoked a shock wave that burned the hearts of the army around the world? If you're a BTS fan, you're no stranger to the incredible chemistry between Jungkook and Jimin. However, a small moment captured behind the scenes not so long ago opened the veil of mystery about their closeness that we could only imagine so far. Behind the smiles and laughter, there was a meaningful conversation, which not only made the army amazed, but also left a big question mark. Before you continue reading, don't forget to like, leave a comment about your prediction, and subscribe for the latest updates about the world of BTS that is full of surprises. Trust me, this article will take you a deeper dive into the emotional connection of these two favorite members of many people. It all started on a sunny afternoon in the BTS rehearsal room. Jungkook, who is usually quiet but full of spirit, suddenly said something unusual to Jimin. With a slightly trembling voice and a serious look, Jungkook said, "Jimin, there's something I've been wanting to say for a long time, but haven't had time to say." What did Jungkook say? Is it about the pressure he's been feeling? Or maybe a secret about his unrealized dreams and hopes? Armies around the world are intrigued by this moment, because it's not a casual conversation between friends. It's something deeper. However, what was most surprising was not only what Jungkook said, but rather how Jimin answered him. Jimin's answer actually opened a new veil of closeness and trust between them. As if Jimin was able to feel what Jungkook felt without the need for many words, and reciprocated with words full of understanding, which left everyone watching stunned. If you think Jimin will respond with a mediocre sentence or just a consolation, then you are very wrong. Jimin's answer actually brought a tremendous surge of emotion. Is there anything more moving than a friend who truly understands us, even when we ourselves have difficulty expressing it? Jimin said, "Jungkook, I know how you feel. I was at the same point. But we're not alone. We are always together, strengthening each other." However, that's not all that surprising. Jimin then revealed something very personal and rarely shared in public, which made the army shed tears and chuckled in admiration. What exactly is Jimin's secret? How did Jungkook feel when he heard that? This was not just an ordinary conversation between members of a famous boy band, but a soul-stirring moment, which made everyone realize that they also have invisible struggles and wounds. That as soon as the video and a short story about this conversation spread, social media was immediately flooded with various reactions. The army, who usually only knew Jungkook and Jimin as cheerful idols, now see another side that is much more human and touching. Tweets were full of emotion, with fans writing how they felt closer and more understanding of the BTS members' mental struggles. Many praised Jungkook's courage in finally opening up, as well as Jimin's wisdom in being able to provide the best support. However, there are also those who are curious. Does this conversation mark a major change in their relationship? Is there any chance that this moment will affect BTS's work in the future? All the questions were hanging, making the army continue to wait for more information. In a world where popularity often brings pressure and high expectations, moments like these are especially important. He showed that behind the stage and the lights, idols are also human beings who struggle with their feelings. This conversation between Jungkook and Jimin is a clear proof that emotional support and honesty are key in maintaining mental balance and happiness, not only for them, but also for us as fans who share their journey. It also underscores the importance of open communication in the face of challenges, and teaches us that there's nothing wrong with showing weakness. That's where the real strength lies. After this incident, many soldiers wondered, will Jungkook and Jimin's relationship get closer? Will they show their human side to the public more often? And will BTS bring new, deeper, and more personal themes to their works going forward? The answer may still be hidden behind the veil of time. But one thing is for sure, this meaningful conversation has opened the eyes of many people and added a new layer to BTS's story that is always full of color and surprises. Jungkook and Jimin's story is just getting started, and we'll continue to peel back every detail for you. Don't miss the next update that will surely bring other unexpected surprises. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you are always the first to know about the latest BTS news. Also share your opinion in the comments. What did you feel when you learned about this conversation? Do you have your own theories about the meaning behind Jimin's surprising answer? We really want to hear your voice. After those moments of warmth and support, a big question began to haunt the minds of fans and observers of the entertainment industry. Was this intimate conversation between Jungkook and Jimin just an ordinary expression of friendship, or was there something deeper, which had been tightly hidden by the two stars? Is that comfort and warmth a signal of a relationship that goes beyond the boundaries of friendship that have been known to the public? Amid the wave of support and admiration, there was also a wave of speculation that was no less heavy. Some fanatics even began to question, is BTS ready to open a new page about the dynamics of relationships between members that are more personal and intimate? Or is it just time we start looking at the other side that has been deliberately hidden for the sake of maintaining the image? Even more surprising is how the media and some entertainment influencers began to exaggerate the moment with provocative and controversial points of view. They wonder, is BTS starting to shift from an ideal boy band image designed to meet public expectations to a more real and vulnerable figure? Will this revelation of deep feelings between the members change the perception of ARMY? Or will it trigger a negative reaction from some fans who expect them to remain like unshakable, perfect stars? Another surprise came when some comments on social platforms began to discuss the possibility of pressure from agencies looking to explore potential partners in order to attract the attention of an increasingly dynamic and open global market. This is certainly a shocking provocation, considering that Big Hit and BTS have been known to carefully maintain the image of each member. Are they now opening the door wider to the concept of shipping, which has been the subject of heated discussion among fans? More than that, some parties highlight the emotional impact that the conversation may have. Some are concerned that exposing their personal and intimate side explicitly could create new psychological pressure, both for Jungkook, Jimin, and other members involved indirectly. On the one hand, this kind of honesty can indeed be a release of burdens, but on the other hand, it can also open old wounds or even trigger more complicated internal conflicts. Not only that, Jimin's statement that was so honest and understanding towards Jungkook was also the subject of sharp debate. Some fans saw it as a sign of tremendous emotional strength, but not a few also considered that the statement could have caused confusion and tension among fans who were trying to find hidden meanings. Is this a subtle hint of the alleged special relationship, or is it just a friendly expression? On the other hand, even critics of the entertainment industry do not stand still. They questioned whether this phenomenon could trigger a new trend that might blur the boundaries of professionalism and personalization in the world of K-pop idols. Will fans now increasingly demand emotional openness and dramatic interpersonal relationships from idols? Or, on the contrary, can this backfire, ruining the career and image of the stars? In a broader context, this event raises deep reflections on how the modern entertainment world increasingly combines elements of reality with fiction to create stories that can be enjoyed and followed by millions of fans. Jungkook and Jimin, whether consciously or unconsciously, are now at a crossroads between public expectations and personal desires. Therein lies the tension that makes their story even more interesting and complex. One thing that cannot be ignored is how this moment provides a very human picture of the struggles and feelings of BTS members that have rarely been revealed. It's a mirror that stirs the emotions of anyone who sees it, as well as a subtle provocation that challenges the norms and expectations of the entertainment world. Are Jungkook and Jimin ready to face the consequences of a conversation that has now gone viral and made an imprint on the hearts of fans? Will they continue to open up, or just re-pull the curtain of privacy that they have been guarding? And how will the reaction of agencies as well as the public affect their future? These questions still hang in the air, leaving the ARMY and the rest of the world in hopeful suspense as well as anxiety. One thing is for sure, no one can predict with certainty what will happen next. What's clear, though, is that this little conversation between Jungkook and Jimin has changed the way we see BTS, not just as global superstars, but as human beings with all the complexity and beauty that comes with it. Undeniably, as the world watched that moment, Jungkook warmly delivering something to Jimin, followed by an answer that shocked all of ARMY. A huge shock occurred within the fan community. Is this just an ordinary chat between two friends who are already as close as brothers? Or is there a hidden message that has been deliberately hidden? This question resonates not only in ARMY circles, but also in the realm of global entertainment media, which is always hungry for drama and controversy. Some people began to build a theory that what Jungkook said was not just motivational words or ordinary sweet sentences. Some would argue that this is the first signal of something bigger and more personal, an emotional connection that has been buried and never expressed in public. If this is the case, it will be a radical turning point for BTS, who have kept their professional image clean from rumors that could damage their reputation. However, the real controversy arose only from Jimin's answer. Instead of replying with the warm words we usually hear from them, Jimin actually gives a very different response, even tends to surprise and provoke wild speculation. Not a few considered that the answer could be considered a veiled confession or even a statement that triggered new tensions between them. This, of course, invites heated debate, because it seems to open another veil that has not been seen by the public. Of course, not all fans accepted this change with open arms. Some of them were worried. Some even felt betrayed because they had idolized the figures of Jungkook and Jimin as ideal role models. Will this new reality undermine their trust? Is this the beginning of a split in the ARMY that has been solid? It is this inner conflict and emotional dilemma that fuels the increasingly heated controversy. More provocatively, there are those who associate this moment with an issue that has been sensitive so far, the line between friendship and something more intimate. As the world increasingly opens up to the diversity of sexual orientations and identities, is it time for BTS and other K-pop idols to start opening up to a more honest dialogue about these things? Or is it a trap for the media and the public who want drama for ratings and engagement? Despite the positive and negative sides, it cannot be denied that these statements and answers cause a surge of very strong emotions. Some were touched and inspired by the honesty that emerged, but not a few were surprised and even anxious about the possible impact that would arise, both for Jungkook and Jimin's careers and for the image of the BTS group as a whole. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, BTS's agency and management are certainly not standing still. They should immediately set up a communication and crisis management strategy to dampen wild speculation that could lead to greater controversy. Will they choose to maintain the privacy of both members or take proactive steps to clarify? This choice is a huge gamble that has the potential to affect the future of the group and its members. No less interesting was the reaction of celebrities and other public figures who took part in the comments. Some supported, some criticized. It shows how influential BTS is and how small talk between Jungkook and Jimin can spread into broader social issues, touching on themes of identity, privacy, and people's expectations of public figures. It is clear that what is happening is not just a fan service drama or a marketing gimmick. It's an evocative moment, one that challenges norms and stirs deep discussions about what honesty, human relationships, and boundaries mean in an all-public world like the K-pop entertainment industry. Will Jungkook and Jimin be able to weather this storm of controversy? Or are they just going to open up more and more, becoming the pioneers of change that fans and the public have been waiting for? We can all just wait and watch how this story develops. Meanwhile, armies around the world remain vigilant, continue to discuss, and of course, impatiently look forward to the next update that is sure to shake hearts and minds even more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you always get the latest and exclusive information about the development of this emotional and controversial story that in the whirlpool of news that continues to roll. It cannot be ignored how Jungkook's statement and Jimin's response became a kind of lightning in broad daylight that shook the K-pop world. The moment not only opened up new spaces for discussion, but also caused an unexpected wave of noise. There are those who think that what they are talking about is a signal of a paradigm shift in an industry that has been known to be rigid and full of unwritten rules that limit the personal expression of idols. Is this a turning point where Jungkook and Jimin dare to challenge the social norms that have always shackled celebrities? Or is this just a clever maneuver from management to ignite enthusiasm and maintain the momentum of hype in the midst of intense competition in the entertainment world? This kind of provocation certainly triggered a variety of reactions, from those who supported hopefully to skeptics even derided as a marketing move that is too far-fetched. There are also those who see these statements and answers as opening the veil of issues that have been taboo among fans and the South Korean public in general.